Tipping the scales just around the 5,200 pound mark, a 26 RKS North Trail coming in here at Haylett RV of Coldwater, Michigan on trade. This is a really good example of why you should really consider trusting Haylett RV with your business, because at a glance, this thing looks great. This is the kind of RV that I could just take some pictures of and put out there, and you'd be like, whoa, that thing looks really good. Why is the price so low? Well, there's a reason for it, and we don't hide it here at Haylett RV. This is a Handyman's special.
Handyman special.
So what do I mean by that? Well, if you come up front here, you notice the distinct lack of decals on the nose cap. That's because this is not the original nose cap. The nose cap is a stark polar white the way the sidewall used to be, but after some years of some sun exposure, you can see how this has been yellowed a little bit, and this is a brand new stark white. Now, I don't necessarily have a problem with an RV having a new nose cap if it had problems in the past. I actually find it rather reassuring when someone does take the time and effort and spend the money to update, fix, and repair something. However, it's more than just a nose cap. This one's had some leaky issues over the years, and I'm going to point those out. The other thing I noticed, I got a feeling this was probably a discount replacement nose cap, because if you look at this sucker, there's like chip, potato, chip, you know, all over the place. It looks like this thing got hit with a BB gun or some buckshot or something. Now, this isn't hurting it, it's only unsightly, but you deserve to know it's there before you go driving 6 or 8 hours to get here. Similarly, on the inside, if we just stand here and look at her, looks all right, doesn't it? I mean, it doesn't look bad standing here. Thing is, it's got some spots you need to know about. You need to know about, like, very much so. There's a couple little things, like I noticed back here, this little wall panel here had kind of popped. There's a piece of trim tape missing. That's not the end of the world kind of stuff to me, but it's what you can't see, because it looks fine, doesn't it? But if you come see this in person, that is soft. It has a divot, and as we get over here, it's like, let me try to get closer. It's bad over there in that corner. So where all of this came from initially, I don't know. All I know is that it's obviously had a new nose cap put on the front for a reason. I'm not really excited about the fact that I can literally see daylight through the slide right there. That's, I don't think, the best thing. So it says to me that maybe the slide had something to do with this, but that softness that I talked about, it goes all the way up. So I don't know if that water originally got in from the slide or from the nose or both. But like it's all kinds of soft. Now we're walking on a lamp, like that's pretty solid right there, but this is compromised right here. Obviously I can walk on it, like it's under my foot right here. There's another soft spot. We're walking on a laminated floor, aluminum frame, block foamed. So how do you fix it? Well, short of a new floor, I don't know there really is a fixing it. I think an easy thing to do is get some of that nice click plank linoleum stuff, and you could, obviously you want to make sure no more water's getting in, but you want to, you know, maybe put some extra flooring down to disperse your walking weight as you go. And yeah, obviously there's no mattress. Folks must have replaced it at some point and kept the old mattress for themselves, I'm not sure. Although one thing I do like, when we slide around the corner here, you can see there is a pocket privacy sliding door, although apparently it busted a little bit loose in transit, and popped up, by that I mean popped off the track, and a little piece of corner molding here came off. Now, am I happy about this? Knock knock. No, I'm not. But I'm also not lying about it. I hope you appreciate that. I hope you appreciate the fact that we just went out of our way for, I don't know, 3, 4, 5 minutes, whatever it was, to tell you that this thing ain't perfect. And I won't claim that we're perfect people at Haylett RV. I'd like to think, though, it's not for a lack of trying. I like to think we do good, fair business here. And yeah, sometimes we make mistakes. I think anybody does, anybody can. But I always want to say it's not for a lack of trying. I hope you appreciate we've gone out of our way to show you what's not awesome about this thing. And if you're still with us, that means that, okay, maybe you're a fix it and flip it kind of person, or you're a handy person, and for the right money, you might still take this sucker home. What else does it have? Well, light colors, lightweight, carpetless, no vents in the flooring. Those are all good things. We have central air conditioning. It's an all aluminum structure, kind of like the floor. We've got ourselves a laminated walk-on roof up there. You can see nice pantry space over here in the kitchen area. And you don't really see this anymore, probably because more people like the flush mount style stoves, but this is almost like a motorhome style oven with lower microwave. It's not convection. Actually, it says halftime oven. Is that convection? Hold on. Maybe I'm wrong. By gosh, by golly, it is. Ah! Ah! There you go. Good drawer space on the left side there, too. Good cabinet space over here. I like the little spice rack that we have in the corner. I like that kitchen window. There's good things about this tray. Like, this is a sneaky weird, but super slide. Fridge, sofa, closet are all in the slide out. Look how deep that closet is sticking out of the slide. That's a huge amount of storage. Down below here, that sofa is directly across from where you could put a television, and that can fold down into a sleeper. The dinette across from us can fold down into a sleeper, although the furnace grate looks like someone has accidentally kicked it a few times with their heels. Little, shoe garage kind of thing right here. And it's interesting because there's enough space here to put a U-dinette. I'm a little surprised the original manufacturer, Heartland, didn't do that. This is a pretty normal thing to see on these older RVs that had a Jensen CD player, because this is not DVD. Doesn't look like it wants to stay closed. Anyway, auxiliary input though. That way you can plug in the thing that actually does work. Nice campsite window. I mean, if you're at a place that has good views of your destination, you got an awesome little window to get there for it. Now, this was made before flat screens were common, so it was built to more accommodate a traditional TV rather than a flat screen. So big closet, drawers, big closet. That's one of the things I like about this. Like, this is very similar to, say, a 246 RKS Freedom Express here at Haylett RV. Good storage in a smaller, lighter couples camper. I like the side stands with household outlets on both sides of where you could put a bed. Now, this is set, by the way. This is measured out for a Camp Queen. You could physically shove a True Queen in here, but it's going to really come right up against that wall. And the bathroom's a little bit uncommon of a layout, but I actually think it's pretty effective. I like where the toilet, nice deep countertop right there. But as we work our way around past the shower, not a tub, we've got 6.5 foot of floor to ceiling storage over here. So, I mean, it ain't all bad. Like I said, there's some good things about this. If you feel you can live with the flooring or do something with it for the right money, I think this one still has a little bit of life left in it. Large pass-through compartment under the headboard area of that bed as well is a nice handy thing there. There's going to be a couple little things, like this little clip right here. Oh, it's just barely holding on. It's there, but it's just barely holding on. So, currently, I mean, the look of it from the outside, it's not terrible. It doesn't look awful outside. 30-pound propane tanks would definitely, I don't believe, have been the original propane setup on this. I think it would have originally had 20-pound tanks, but obviously someone swapped that out. I see a power tongue jack on the front. Also, power corner stabilizers. This does have an enclosed belly as well, and wide stance stability axles, making this nicer to tow, especially with like a tow package SUV that maybe can handle more weight than it can handle length. This is something that's going to really help there. If you don't know what that means, what I just said, basically the longer the trailer is, the more pushy it gets behind a vehicle. And there are a lot of short wheelbase, high tow capacity, bigger SUVs nowadays than there ever have been in years past. On the back here, I don't think this was standard. Somebody did some manufacturing to add a 2-inch receiver hitch on the back, and I know it's not factory because travel trailers would not have a receiver hitch complete with towing hooks. Now, in, I think, 48 of the 50 states, it is illegal to tow behind a travel trailer, and the 2 where it is not illegal, there's some very specific requirements, so please check your local laws, statutes, etc. The tires don't look bad. The awning material doesn't look bad. It's not the worst RV I've ever seen. It just has some really significant points of interest, I guess we can say, for which you need to be made aware, which I think we've really gone over pretty nicely. And there's going to be a few other bumps and blemishes, like if I get up here, decals are a little there, something rubbed the skirting there, you know, little stuff. But that is little stuff compared to the big stuff we've already talked about. And again, when we call this thing a handyman special, it's as is, where is, how is, but we're going to try to represent it fairly. So if this is your first RV, if you're not really handy with tools and stuff, well, how can I describe, if you're more like me in that regard, then maybe this isn't the right camper for you. But if you're a person who has the time, knowledge, know-how, materials, resources, and desire to play with it a little bit, maybe you're a fix it and flipper kind of person, I don't know, maybe it'd be a good one for you. So give us a call. We'll get you camping, guys. If it's not one of these, and maybe one of those, I mean, we've only got a couple hundred different opportunities here for you to go camping at Haylett RV. So take care, stay safe, have fun, and happy Haylett camping, everyone.